self-image, bad self-image at that. Self-image in general is what people think of themselves, how much they value themselves, how worthwhile we think we are. So you might say, why have bad self-image? I don't know why, but I will try to help you out with that. So what causes bad self-image? And for this whole speech, it's going to be like a timeline. So think back to the youth. You were a young kid, no care in the world, playing around with your dolls. If you're a girl, if you're a guy, you had your He-Man, your action figures. I know it. My sister had the dolls. I played with them. I'm not going to lie. They're kind of fun to play with. But what is that Barbie doll? What's it mean? It's actually what girls, and even my little sister now, she looks at it and she's like, that's like a girl, and that's what they're supposed to be. And that could be further from the truth, guys. Because like, if she were to be blown up to proportional size now, that girl, she'd be 5'10", 5'8" to 5'10". She'd weigh about 110 pounds, most of which would be up here. So, I mean, in actuality, she'd be walking, I don't know, probably not walking around. But that's the first thing. Second is your parents. When your parents criticize you as a kid, it instills like a non-self-worth in you, and it's a bad thing to have. And it's going to translate over to when you're older and get married eventually, all those things. So next in our timeline, we get a little older, we hit puberty. And what happens? We don't all age, our body-wise, the same. We're all at different rates. So maybe I was a little short, like I was 5 foot until I was in 9th grade. So, I mean, I got taller, but those differences, I mean, kids are really mean. I'm not going to lie. I work with them. They're really mean to each other. So if you're a little bit smaller, a little bit taller, a little bit bigger, anything that they get the chance to, they will use against you. And that puts it in your head that something's wrong with you, and there really isn't. The next cause is TV in general. Just because, like, on there, that's what I spent most of my time watching. I don't know about you guys. But on the TV, we see everything. We see actresses, we see models, and all of them, same thing. Like, you're just like, wow, that person, that's gorgeous. That's what a gorgeous person is supposed to look like. And also incorrect. So those are some of the causes, guys. And like, what are some of those effects of having those causes? Well, first off, when you were a kid, if you had a bad self-image, you had bad self-esteem, you had trouble talking to other kids. Communication became harder. So, making friends. You might have been lonely. And so that's the first one. Next, a bad self-image, it leads to depression. I mean, I'm sorry to say it, but like, if you have that in you, it also leads to suicide. And it's 4 times more likely than someone that doesn't. And it's a bad thing to say, but it's true. Another effect is just like when you do get married, the communication that you didn't have as a kid, it translates over to when you're older. And if you cannot translate what you need or what you want or the differences, it's going to end in divorce. And that's sad to say, but it's true. And there's nothing you can really do about it, but that's an effect. And then another one is I don't know. Let's go to solutions. If it comes back to me, we'll rewind. So, I mean, what are some solutions? Like, okay, we look at the causes, and we just counter them. So, media. Don't listen to the media. Very simple. If you don't like how your body looks, diet, gym, walk, whatever you gotta do. And so, another solution is just, you gotta, like, I can't make you guys like yourself when you look at yourself, but it's just, you have to believe it. Being unique is a better thing to have. Like, would you all want to look alike if we were all models? No, it said that our differences is what make us unique, and I like being unique. So, I mean, I can't tell you to look in the mirror every day and be like, wow, I'm sexy. But, I mean, we'll just go to the post. And like, this is how it is for me. It should be for all of us. Like, if you look in the mirror and no matter what anyone else thinks, you're just like, man, I'm good looking. That's all you need. It's not the clothes. Me being up here wearing this, it doesn't help. I could have been up here giving this speech with like running attire, anything. And I could still do it. And it just hit me. The other one was, if you're going for a job interview, like up here, anything, if you have a bad self-image, you're not gonna like go for it because you won't feel that confidence in you. So like, I mean, I had a modeling, I know it wasn't actually modeling, but I had a modeling interview, and at first when the guy talked to me, it was for Hollister. He was like, yeah, you want to come in for modeling? I was like, why? I'm not the typical guy that you want for modeling. But he convinced me, and it's not actually, as long as you believe that you can, I might as well go ahead and try it. There's nothing we can't do, so. We've gone over some causes, some effects, some solutions, but like, at the end of the day, guys, I can't tell you to do any of this. You have to do it yourself, so if you get anything out of it, say you gotta like yourself. You gotta love yourself before you try to love someone else, because you can't take on someone else when you haven't taken on yourself. I guess that's it.